In spring, the sky becomes yellow and the throat becomes dry due to yellow dust. If you look at the cloudy sky, you can imagine the Gobi Desert in Mongolia, where these sand particles were originally. When I draw a wide desert in my head, I naturally wonder, how could the Mongol Empire, which has a vast desert, build an unprecedented great empire in human history that encompasses Eurasia in a short period of time? In general, the secret is the superior capabilities of Genghis Khan and other Mongol leaders, flexible thinking, and the powerful military power of the Mongol Empire, which had the world's strongest cavalry. But if you look at human history, there are as many leaders as Genghis Khan. The mounted peoples such as Scythians and Huns were also invincible cavalry warriors, who boasted as mysterious horsemanship as the Mongols. But how could only the Mongol Empire turn history and map around by establishing a world empire that encompasses all of Eurasia? It was none other than the climate that helped the Mongol Great Empire, which had great charisma and military talent, or Genghis Khan, to unite through various hardships. In East Asia, it is said that the temperature decreased as the sun weakened in the early 13th century. This was a major blow to the Golden Kingdom, but rather a blessing to Mongolia. This is because the temperature has decreased, and the Mongolian steppe has received the most rain since history. Researcher Neil Peterson and others at Harvard University studied the history of climate change in Mongolia by analyzing the Siberian pine tree rings. Around this time, Mongolia described it as a pluvial, with so much rain that it flooded the steppe. Thanks to the heavy rain, the barren Mongolian steppe area grew with unprecedented grass, and even oases, such as the Gobi Desert, turned into grasslands. As the grasslands of the Mongolian steppe became unrecognizable, horses, which were Mongolian lifelines and secret weapons, not only became noticeably stronger, but also their population increased significantly. Thanks to him, the population of Mongolia also increased. The newly unified Mongolia's economic and military power has improved dramatically. Not only were strong military horses supplied much more plentifully than before, but the number of strong longboats increased. And the Mongols, who were originally masters of horsemanship and cavalry battles, were reborn as invincible cavalry corps. Mongolia, whose population has increased and its economic and military power has risen dramatically, has begun to expand outside, not only unifying its land. Mongolia's power extended to the Silk Road trade route, a stage where horse-riding nomads in the Eurasian steppe were active. Since its similarity to retaliation against the Geum dynasty, which brutally persecuted Mongolia, the Mongol Empire began to conquer the world in earnest, with the expedition against the Eurasian Empire, which was located on the west side of the Silk Road trade route. When Genghis Khan died in 1227, the Mongol Empire was reborn as a great Eurasian empire, covering what is now the Russian Maritime Province to the east and the Caspian Sea to the west. It is said that the Mongol Empire, which benefited from the climate, had an effect on the climate. According to a study published in 2011 by University of Munich professor Julia Pongratz, the Mongol conquest of the world caused the global carbon dioxide concentration to drop by 0.1 ppm, especially by plunging the population and agricultural activity of the time's largest economy. It is the only case of significantly reducing carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere in the pre-modern era, with a significant decrease in population and arable land. Of course, based on this, it would be difficult to make an expanded interpretation, such as the Mongol Empire's conquest of the world delayed global warming by several centuries. But it's possible that the Mongol Empire, which benefited from climate change and built a world empire, even affected the global climate. As such, climate and humanity have written world history by interacting with each other.